So I've just come back in the Samlar. The Samlars are marvellous things because we've just got a couple of concrete posts that probably would have fitted in the boot of the car, but they're big and heavy things. So what they're going to be doing is I'm going to be changing the water for the filtration system. So at the back of our house, I don't know whether you've seen the video that I did before about the Thai people who put a water filter in whilst we're on holiday. I just want to tidy up all of this blue pipe work. So basically what it is, we have our water tank and the pipes, and then they put this filter on the side of the house. I mean, just look at it, it goes over the pathway. It's just a mess. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put them posts over there, and I'm going to put a new filtration system on, change the pipe work from there and get rid of this from here, which is the main thing. And that big pipe work is going into the house, and we have the small pipe work that's coming from the mains outside. So basically all this lot is going to be tidied up and made to look better outside there. So the system I'm going to put in is I'm going to put the spin filter in so I can alter any of the big bits that come from the pipework. Our water comes from a town supply, but it's straight from the lake, so it does get the bits and pieces. So I've got this other one as well, which I might put on, and then we've got a carbon filter and then a particle filter. So them are the three that I'm going to be putting on, hopefully to filter. So that's in there. I'm going to dig a hole and put them in there. Spot on. Well, I've got to say, that took it out of me. It took me a lot of time to do that, and it's a bit of a cloudy, overcast day as well, so it's not boiling hot, so I wasn't in direct sunlight. But this is the start of it. Put some cross members over there. I'm going to put them filters on there, get rid of all of this pipe work and this Thai workmanship. It's disgusting. And his solution was he was going to cut a hole in the concrete, bury the pipes, and then re-concrete over it, which would have spoiled the path. So as you can see, they are solid as, not concrete is in, but dug deep enough in to get a secure mounting on there. So time for a shower and a cup of coffee now. That's my afternoon work done for the day. So the water, I'm going to reconnect these. That's the main water pipe, and it's going to come up through there, and I'm going to have a tee off there, and it's going to go right the way along to there. And what that does, that bypasses these two filters when I need to change the spin filter, so if anything goes wrong, and then I can change all of this lot if I need to. I'm going to put a little stop valve on it as well, just in case I need to turn it off. And it goes down there and it joins this pipe here, and that goes to the house. And then with this one, this is the in one, I'm just going to do a connection, and we're going to join it to this one here on the floor. So we'll put a straight connector on there and the elbow on there, and that will get us all our water to the filter. And then what I'm going to do, because we've got about half a tank full of water, I'm going to give the grass water, because although it's a little bit rainy today, the grass has never been watered because we've never had any rain for quite some time. I'm going to use the water out of the tank to water the grass. Now it's raining. So now this is the main pipe coming in from the stopcock. I put a temporary valve on there, so that's going on to the inside of this filter. So now I'm going to go turn the mains on, and hopefully there'll be no leaks. Okay, time to see if my plumbing is okay. I'm going to turn the water mains on. Now that it stopped raining, and I'll get back to it. There's the water mains. Oh, look what you on. Let's see if that works. Well, getting to the pipe work. I can't hear any hissing or anything, so I'm just going to turn it and see if it comes out of there before I do the other connections. There we go. We have water. So there we have the filter now. So the water going in through the filter, going to the house that way. Okay, now I took the water pipes off, and you can see the dirty water that's coming out of there. Start off with, and I'll take the tank out and I'll give it a good clean out. But that's the dirty silty water that's at the bottom of the tank. And run the pipe along there, but as you can see there's a little bit of concrete on there, so I just need to get rid of that. Down there. And now we've got to the foundations of this here. And of course, always wear safety spectacles because something goes in your eye. Now I've finished for the day. Again, I've done a lot of the work. I'm not going to bore you with looking at the cutting, gluing and placing, but I'll show you basically what I've done. So carrying on from today, I've just joined this pipe up. It's going along and we're going into that fills it up, and then that is the return, and that's going, the big pipe goes back into this pipe here, but I'm not going to do that today. Now this is the main feed coming in, so that's going to join this. So what I've done now is our garden hose is connected into the mains, so I've temporary glued that on, and I'm going to put a stop valve like this. So I'm going to check to see if there's any leaks before I actually come into the main pipes for the waste, for the water in feed and the out feed. So I'll put the two filters in now, so let's turn it on and let's see if there's any leaks anywhere. So again, it's only a temporary fix on there with a, turn them on. That's the spin filter, you can see some muck in there already, and that goes along, go along into there, and eventually go into the tank. So we need to bleed the air from these. There we go, and that's a nice sound to hear. It means there's water getting into there. So it's going through the spin filter, which gets rid of any sediment and things like that. Even now you can just say it's even filling that up now, and I've just switched it on. So then there's a particle filter, carbon filter, and that goes along into there. So I want to fill it up so it's past here, so I can see if there's any leaks from there. There shouldn't be any leaks. I sort of took extra care to do that. But one more step closer to getting it finished. So we're on our final stages now of doing this water pipe. So what I'm going to do now is find out the angles of getting to wherever. We'll have a little look down here. These are very, very good. You need to get one of these if you're kneeling down a lot. It's all to do with saving your knees. Right, let's have a quick look at where we are from here, because this is dependent on how we're going to fix everything from here as to how much room we've got to play with, because I would like it so it becomes lower than the path, but We'll see. All to do with the angles. So the angles, where I'm thinking is that I'm going to get a new one straight from there, and that'll run up, that'll run straight alongside that. So I'm going to cut it off there at the top as high as I can, and that'll get me that angle. And what it's going to do, it's going to have to go on top of that one there, the water pipe. And the angle for that one is, and that will give me the angle for there. Okay, plan B. Now brought the pipe and looking at plan A, it looks as if the angles are all going to be wrong. So I don't want to put any strain on the pipe, so I'm going to go with plan B. So this was plan A, where it was going to go straight along there and connect there. But by the time I cut that off, it's going to be a deeper, so that's going to be going straight, and the angle is going to go up. So what I've decided to do is alter it a little bit, and by doing that, and I'm going to have that and that. So by having that second piece there, that can determine the angle of this pipe. And I have another one at the other side, so that can be altered the angle as well. So that gives a better angle, because I've got two 90 degrees that I can actually angle for the fall of the pipe. Whereas here, if I just put a 90 degree on and it goes straight up, the pipe's going to have some little bend on it. So it'll always be under tension, and this is the weak point here, because it would always be bending up from there. So I've decided to go with plan B and alter. Okay, so this is the crucial time. I'm going to cut this off as high as I can up there. But first of all, I'll turn that off, and I'll turn that off, so that stops any water trying to get through the pipes. And here we go, time of no return. That's it, the pipe work's cut. So now I've got to do it. So what I'm going to do is make some room and cut this pipe work off there as well. Always leave a little bit of space so you can join your other pipe work on if you need to do. So now that's what we've done. So I need to clean that up as much as I can, dig a little bit of pathway out here, and I'm going to cut this pipe work here so I can join up to there. So this is it, wish me luck. And when you actually make the glue fitting, you give it a little bit of a squeeze and a twist, and what that does, that helps distribute the glue and everything sticks properly. So that's one done, and then this will give us a better chance to get the angle correct, so there's no strain on the pipe. That's gonna go on there. I can make that whatever angle I want, and then put that on there. We're going to have a joint in there, and I've got some movement on there when I put it onto that piece. And then to join them both together, we're going to have a straight piece which will connect them two pieces together. So that's the plan. Okay, so that's all the gluing done along there now. Just letting the glue dry. So what I can do now is disconnect this filter and get rid of this. So I've got a stop valve on there so I can safely cut away that. And because I've still got my garden hose feed up to the mains pipe that's coming up to there. So I can do away with this and get rid of this, and that clears some of the pipe work out. So this is now looks much neater. So now, once the glue is dried, I'm going to switch it on from the water tank and see that there's no leaks. And then my next one is to do connection from here into this one here, and then that's all of the system re-altered, and that gets rid of all of that horrible pipework that was all over the garden. So what we're going to do now is switch it on from the tank and see if there's any water leaking out of anywhere. And as yes, I can't see anything, which is a good sign. So yeah, that looks good. And now for the water pipe cut, I've turned it off at the mains, so now we're going to sort of guess where that's going to go along there. So I've got it off about there, we should be okay. So here we go. Too late now. That's just the excess water draining out. Next thing, get rid of all the water, and then we're gonna make our connection. Just make sure all the pipe work's clean, no mud around it, and because once you put the glue on, you're stuck. So yeah, that's going to go up there. We're going to disconnect that, and then we're going to put a stop valve on there. So this is the finished job in comparison to how it was before the finished job. This is what it looks like compared to how it was before. So the cost of everything, all the pipe work and all the valves and stuff like that, about 500 baht. And the filters, these ones here for the particle filter and the carbon filter, 798 baht for them too, and for the spin filter it's 423 baht. So, and the labour was free because I did it, but I think you've got to admit that looks much better than how it was. So leave your comments down below, see what you think, and I'm happy with the result. And at the end of the day, it's much better than what it was. Thanks for watching, bye for now.